What's going on, everybody? This is Jeff with Altcoin Buzz. So today I'm going to talk about the Altcoin Army pick of the week. But instead of just mentioning one, I'm going to go ahead and look at all four that were some of the top picks. Looks like the list is kind of evolving. It's funny I said list because maybe what we should be talking about list. Um, but anyways, so the list is evolving. The list is evolving as this has been posted. But I found these four because I've seen these be some of the top picks that you guys have consistently recommended. If you want to go through this list on the Altcoin Army Coin of the Week, you can see this was posted 25 minutes ago. Already got 408 comments, but because Twitter is one of those platforms where the majority of the comments come in early on. So if you want to get updates on stuff like this and be mentioned, turn on the bell notification on Twitter. But let's go ahead and look at some of the other picks that have come up in this list. ICX, Cardano. I'm going to skip anyone who says BitConnect. I'm not going to get down with that, but that's funny if you're in comedy, but this is a serious video. UTrust. I still like UTrust. CarVertical, which is one of the mentions here. Bitcoin Private. That's interesting. It's coming up. Tron still keeps coming up. I'm staying way away from Tron, guys. Stop talking to me about Tron. Okay? Not a good time to talk about Tron. Go follow Justin Sun if you guys want Tron information. And that's cool. I still hold my Tron, but I'm just not going to talk about it. Telcoin, this one keeps coming up, so I'm going to definitely be adding this again to this list. See, Telcoin. Who's this? Proppy? Obviously, some of these people that are on this, CarVertical is one of the other mentions. IOSToken. IOSToken keeps coming up a lot. Internet of Services. You can see CarVertical, Telcoin. Come on this list and get some ideas if you're looking for ideas from people. You can see the IOSToken. It's come up actually quite a bit in some of our other posts. Also, here's a link to our podcast, but we're going to stick to the basics here. So it looks like Telcoin's winning out. Let's go ahead and update this and go ahead and start looking at these. I just point this out to you guys as a matter of interest. Telcoin. All right. So the very first coin we'll talk about, we've already talked about this on several other videos, but I'm going to go ahead and just analyze these really quickly. You can see it's been as high as 1 penny. It's currently sitting at a fraction of, or 0.006, which is almost half a penny, a little over half a penny, right? It hit the market at under half a penny, so something interesting. It's definitely been going sideways like the rest of the market, so that's interesting to keep an eye on. Circulating supply is 20 billion. Total supply is really high, 100 billion. And look at the markets here. You can pick it up on KuCoin using Bitcoin, KuCoin using Ethereum, IDEX using Ethereum, EtherDelta obviously with Ethereum. Now, let's go ahead and talk about some stuff on the website. Like I said, we made a more specific video about this, but I'll go ahead and go over this. This is financial inclusion for a mobile world. Basically, they want to connect with your mobile operator and allow a mobile-first, mobile-friendly currency, right? So more people have access to cell phones than they do to banks, and because of that, why isn't there a currency that's functioning where people can exchange value separate from the banks that are really difficult for people to get the inclusion in? So this is why they use the theme unbank the banks. You can come on their website. Like I said, I'm not going to go through this too much in detail because we got a full video that's about 15 minutes long talking about it, but you can just search our channel. Introduce Telcoin, our mobile cryptocurrency solution. Telcoin is focused on connecting the mobile networks globally, enabling easy conversion between telecom, mobile money, prepaid credit, and postpaid billing platforms. You can see Telcoin, operator, subscriber. That's basically the three-step process, right? I mean, this coin pretty much speaks for itself. You can dive into the white paper. The white paper is written fairly nicely, and you can see the team here. They're definitely engaged in the community, staying up to date. You have Telcoin interviews if you want to watch those. Always before you get into an investment, check out the team, check out the interviews, check out the press on it, read the white paper. And again, remember, the Altcoin Army doesn't provide financial advice, and I sure don't provide professional financial advice. So always do some research, and educate yourself on what you're getting into before you actually get into it. That's just my recommendation. And I have to say that to you guys because that's just the way the cookie is going to crumble. You can even check them out on Telegram if you want to get more engaged with them. So you guys chose Telcoin, and let's move right along to the next coin that we haven't really talked about before, the IOST token. So this is the Internet of Services token. You can see it's actually skyrocketed. It's been as high as 12 cents from just below 5 cents, 3 cents. Even when it hit the market back on the 16th, it was at 2 cents. So 2 cents to 10 cents, that is a 5 times gain. If you would have got in at this rate, you'd be sitting at 5 times gains and have been as high as 6 times gains. So interesting to see that. You can pick that up on Binance using Bitcoin and Ether, Huobi, Ether USDT, which is US dollar tether, BTC, and yeah, so that's the way that's going down. We've got a circulating supply of 6.7 billion thereabouts, with a total same as Electroneum, right? So Electroneum has that mobile currency aspect also, with 21 billion coins to be in circulation. I believe that's Electroneum, and I mentioned Electroneum because you guys did mention Electroneum on those posts quite frequently. So I will just point that out, that Electroneum was mentioned quite a bit in that post. But because we've already done Electroneum as a coin of the week and Tron, I don't feel like we need to keep mentioning the same coins of the week, because then it loses value and interest if we're always talking about the same coins of the week, guys. Come on. Even if you're a fan, remember, we're not going to do the fanboy stuff here. We're just not going to do it. So let's take a look at, and I do hold TRX and Electroneum. I'm just not going to do the fanboy stuff. And I'm not calling you guys fanboys. I'm saying that if we did go too far into that, that's what that would be. So the next generation secured highly scalable ecosystem for services, that's the Internet of Services, iOS, offers a solid infrastructure for all kinds of online service providers. Its ultra-high TPS privacy protection, scalable and secure blockchain provide infinitely many new possibilities for online service providers to their new customer base. You can see the new pinnacle of throughput. An innovative, efficient, distributed sharding EDS technology largely improves the scalability of the network of dynamically partitioning the iOS network into subspaces via a secured, bias-free, stochastic, yeah, thanks for that word, guys, process. So you have atomics, BR, DR, bias-resistant distributed randomness. Gosh, who comes up with these acronyms, right? But yeah, that's what that acronym means. iOS is a user-friendly ecosystem for the next big ideas. You have HUDs, dApps, which are decentralized apps, and smart contracts. That's definitely an Ethereum introduction, obviously. Fair and transparent feedback system. Team members, they do have this here, which is kind of interesting. But we do this also on our channel, so I'm not going to put down the animes or animes, whatever you want to call them, the animations. You have investors. They have quite an impressive group of investors on this, as you can see. This is definitely a Asian-based cryptocurrency, it appears. Even if they're heavily connected to the United States, with Kayak, being a senior software engineer, obviously, they're still obviously influential in the Asian market, which is really important. This is a former Google engineer, and I bring that up because Japan is 40% of the cryptocurrency investment. So when you have that fusion between East meets West, like this project has, that's really important, and I credit that. But most of the people on this project are definitely American educated, as you can see. University of Chicago, mathematics cum laude, Emory University. So, but the fact that they have this Asian investor stuff going on for them is definitely impressive to me. But at this price, they have a fairly high market cap for a new coin, and I would like to see this thing run sideways for a little bit longer before I jump in at any of these prices, because right now it's riding on a lot of momentum. So we'll see where this thing goes. Just check them out. I'm not going to do an in-depth review on this because I need to take a look at them a little bit more in detail. But at the end of the day, it's Internet of Services. So it's a service provider, and that's basically what IOSToken is looking to do and become a cryptocurrency in that world. Our institution, only private token sale has been completed. No public sale will be held. Investors in China, USA, and Korea were not allowed. So the fact that most of the investors in these big countries were not allowed. Once this hit the market, it was big. There's the white paper right there for those of you who want that. Now, Vibe. So you guys have actually talked about Vibe several times. I haven't mentioned Vibe before. It's virtual reality. VR is big time. If you go to many of the symposiums in Silicon Valley and listen to what the big wigs over in tech are saying over there, is VR, AR is the future. And obviously you combine blockchain, VR, AR together, and what do you got? You put them together, and what do you got? And entertainment, I mean, this is Vibe. That's what Vibe is doing. You have Binance, you can get it with BTC Ether, and hit BTC with BTC and Ether Delta Ether. So Binance is where you would scoop this up. Fairly low circulating supply, fairly low market cap, total supply not too much above the circulating supply. It is up from where it hit the market back in September, so it is a project that's been around for a while, and it just started to gain real serious notoriety around January when it shot up, and now it's kind of peeled back. See, this is the thing that happens when you buy at all-time highs. When it peels back, you get shocked, you get stunned, you're like, whoa. So being that it's had this kind of chart, these prices are a lot more reasonable than where it has been when it was sitting at 261. Just putting that out there. If you're one of those types of people who FOMO into things, now you can see why. So let's take a look at their website. So you can see a hybrid chain solution, a private off-chain solution that offloads microtransactions from the Ethereum network instantly with no gas and fees. Okay, yeah, that's cool. But there's a lot more to this project. As you can see, photorealistic holograms, capturing holograms, performances of artists, educators, public figures, and presenting them in immersed virtual realities. So VR is really important. I'm going to play this video here that I've already saved right here. I'm just showing you an introduction into that so you can get an idea, but because we're moving fast, I'm going to leave it there, and you guys can come onto their website and watch some of these, and that's just a brief little trailer for you guys to analyze and stuff. But that looks pretty cool about how the usage of virtual reality just in general can be used in education, and then you can see how that can be used in other things, especially if you're a video gamer type. So giving you a voice amongst the masses, right? Now, the next cryptocurrency that we're going to talk about here is CarVertical. We've mentioned this back when it was an ICO. If you watched our video by Shaylin, you can see it's hit the market at 1 penny, and it's still sitting at 1 penny, so you could still get into this at a pretty good deal. KuCoin, BTC Ether. Yeah, I mean, I think this thing's fairly priced at this valuation with a 9.9 billion total supply. Where did they get that off number where it's not even a round number? Is interesting to me, but hey. Anyway, so let's take a look at the website. Oh, I played this video. You can see here, the world's first global and decentralized car history registry built on the blockchain. All right. So 4 major problems automotive industry is facing: public data, non-public data, scattered historical data with limited access, no ability to share data between centralized databases, used car owners and buyers are not aware of the full history of the car. I think this is really a great utility. I think it's, and what is, I guess you could say, what are things that people just always have, right? Almost everyone has a car, or every family has a car. Not every family literally, but 90% of the families in the United States have a car. So you could see how the automotive industry meeting the blockchain on something like this could have a great utility, really. But it's not just the United States, it's other countries also. I say the United States because many of you are in the US. But let's go ahead and listen to this video here because he can explain it a lot. You can see what their utility is. It reminds me of I want to say Carfax. Now I don't know. I know there's others, but for some reason Carfax is coming to mind. But yeah, if you guys are interested in taking a look at CarVertical, one of the Altcoin Army top selections, I'm also going to be looking to make a video to talk about my coin of the week that you guys are asking me for. This is just something that's come up. So let's see if we can update this and see if Telcoin still wins out. The coin of the week, Telcoin is still up, followed by CarVertical. So most of the people prefer these two right here, followed by BAbVR and IOSToken. This is very close. This is one of the closer kind of lists that we've had. So if we just take a look here on Instagram to see what you guys are saying. An Altcoin Buzz, let's see what they're saying. Syndicator, CarVertical, Veritasium, CarVertical. Looks like a lot of you guys like CarVertical on here, and then there's some more Electronium again, IOSToken. I like IOSToken. Let me take a look at IOSToken. Let me see that price. I actually haven't looked at IOSToken. If you've been watching this channel for a while, you know the only problem I really have with IOSToken is the name. But wow, that's peeled back off a high, huh? Been around for a while too. This coin's not nothing new. Get it on Upbit, Bittrex, yeah, Cryptopia. $70 million market cap. This is interesting. Okay, so we'll keep an eye on IOSToken. Maybe I'm giving a little bit of a hint as the direction that I'm going, but I don't know if this is going to be it. I have to take a look at their social media and see what they're up to. Take a look at their roadmap and see how all that lines up. Be sure to take a look at these guys' roadmap, everyone's roadmap on this list. If they have one, if they don't have one, pay attention to that timeline. Yeah, you want to see what they have coming up in terms of news, and if they're sticking to the timeline, right? It's really important in projects, okay, guys? So thank you again to everyone who's watched these videos and liked these videos by hitting that like button. Thank you to everyone who subscribed. If you like videos like this, you can hit the bell and get notified when videos like this drop. We'll see you guys next time. This is Jeff with Altcoin Buzz.